All right, so recently the Breakfast Club had an interview with
shameless segue.
Byron.
Let him live.
Was it shameless?
Nah, it was
Byron.
good. Scott?
Prescott.
Damn, man, that's so lame. I forgot.
Gumby. It's something with a G, right?
Why?
Yo, I got smooth jazz playing.
So real quick, want to make
What the fuck?
Why?
Byron Donald.
Donald.
Thank you, Byron.
Jesus.
Donald. Jesus.
Somebody respects you
Let me run
in
that
this
back.
room.
Let me run that back. I'm taking that out. That was sloppy.
No, leave it in. It's fine.
Fine.
Yeah.
So the Breakfast Club just did an interview with Byron Donald, and they had a guest to assist them. Byron Donald is a senator. I just don't know for what state, but he is a senator, Republican senator, and
Former congressman.
current congressman,
Current, okay.
current, because he was running to try to be Trump's VP, Florida. Thank you. But he's from actually New York.
Yeah.
But he was running for VP position, but they picked JD Vance over him pretty much.
Which is
It's a safer choice for white America.
Definitely safer choice. Yeah.
JD is a little
Where
weird.
you got a questionable orange man running up for the second time and throwing a nigga in the mix. It's like, hold up, slow down.
Yeah.
confusing.
Oh, random. For all intents and purposes. Random.
Yeah, right. So yeah, Angela Rye was this time the guest that was supposed to box their actual guest Byron into a corner, and she did not. The mission. Wow, look how many peak moments were.
You think she did not?
Can you just
Show this.
What you mean?
You think that she did? Like, I feel like they both came out of this looking a little like I think this was a draw.
I will say.
I don't think either one of them felt like they won.
For what reason?
I'll agree with that. I'll agree with that.
It was a filibuster of an episode.
It was. This was so straight. It started off hostile, period. Let's just start there. It definitely started hostile. At first, I know Angela Rye to give like kind of crazy attitude to people, but he had smoke for her.
Hard stances.
He had smoke for her too, where he kind of went at her age, and he was like, I'm just going to call you 33.
Fuck, I wish I had that. I think I have it. I just didn't label it, but
I have it. Yeah, I didn't label none of my moments, but let's
go to Lauren. Go to
no, wait, hold on. I got them in order.
Nigga,
let's start at 1606.
Nigga, he told her 30 looked better on you. Is that not a compliment?
No, that was crazy. That's a shot to a woman, bro.
30 looked better on you.
That's a crazy shot.
That's a shot. That's a shot. I got you though. Oh shit. 1 second. This is it right here though.
It's in here to be petty because Charlamagne used ChatGPT on that answer.
For what?
They were asking about affirmative action and does it apply if it's not unconstitutional. Angela Rye was proven wrong. Charlamagne wasn't helping her too much. Like he was keeping it very fair and balanced, but like she was saying these things aren't true. He and Byron was saying they were, and then Charlamagne would like look it up, and then and it like it would go against what Angela Rye just said.
Exactly.
So it was like,
which is
and I can tell she was kind of getting frustrated with, because then there was a moment later when she was like, that is exactly correct, Leonard. Thank you so much for agreeing. I was like, oh, this is weird. Like
she puts a hard L on that.
Yeah, it was this weird.
She said like his mom.
It was just weird. Like, I need you back on my side, sir. Like in this debate that I'm losing right now. But then towards the end, I feel like they did kind of both lose.
It came to a draw.
In the beginning, he was winning, but towards the end, it definitely came to a draw. It was such a weird energy. Even there was no real introduction for her either. If we go just back to the very beginning before they even started speaking,
like back very jump,
right here in the beginning, they didn't even. I don't remember them introducing her.
I'll hear it real quick.
It just got really quiet for a really long time, and then she started speaking.
Well, that looks like she just got introduced.
Yeah, keep going though, because after the quick introduction, just skip 4 or 5 seconds. Hit play.
All right, you want this on the screen too?
Yeah. We're taking all the Breakfast Club risks. Fuck it.
Sure. Say skip again.
Yeah, keep going. Keep skipping.
All the time. What are you looking for?
21 HBCUs abolished in the U.S.
Go to 407.
That's all right. Never mind.
Department.
407.
Yeah.
Never mind. Sorry.
I think this is where the age comment. It was because it was a little early on.
Bullshit too. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like this is they're both about to be. They're kind of both about to make themselves look goofy, low-key.
But he made himself look goofier, especially towards the end, because there's certain questions as a black guy in politics that should be layups. Honestly, there's a couple of them that should be layups. And then even I really wish I would have labeled some of these timestamps. There was a point where Envy asked a very damning question. Go to 2110. I'm hoping that's what it is.
Damn.
2110.
Next time I'll do better, guys. But I was doing Uber Eats.
I had so many timestamps too, and I didn't label any of them.
Run it.
I got you.
2110. I got 2247 right after that.
Okay, 10-4.
He reminded me of Fresh. And ever since that moment, I couldn't take him seriously.
Well, that will fuck up that.
That shit fucked up my whole. I was like, this guy's stupid.
Bro, that will hurt an experience in watching something if you see Fresh from Fresh and Fit. But yeah, this whole interview was just off the rails, and the Breakfast Club is kind of trying to bury this thing too.
Yeah,
because they didn't put a thumbnail on it. They don't miss thumbnails ever, but this one they missed. But they're definitely trying to bury it.
Kind of dropped the ball a little bit.
Well, they're trying to just like, they have to put it out, but they also don't want it to get the most light.
Because they know
it's at 400,000 in about a week. It would be at 1 million if it had a thumbnail.
Exactly.
And
for sure.
it's like that's a word. That's a call that's made to protect your friend, Angela. You know what I mean? It's like, let's not put this out. Let's not highlight it.
Because we don't
niggas
know
are already going to pick it up. You know
Because
what I
we don't
mean?
know the reaction. Like, y'all niggas said like two different things. Like, you said that
Truce.
It was a truce. And then you was like,
It was.
Like she was, you know what I mean?
It was like,
Well, you know, he don't like black women. That's your job.
Yeah.
yeah.
Thank you.
You're
I
supposed to
represent for
defend
the bimbos. Remember?
Yeah. Hey, wear it honorably, nigga. But
But what is?
But no, it's like, I agree, but by the end, they both became clownish. In the beginning, I will say that he was definitely holding his ground better with like having facts, even though he was
And
taking
the
cheap.
poise. Because I could tell with that, the poise starts to get, really?
He got,
Whoa. You gotta
he got
calm
a little,
down, Byron.
he started losing himself like emotionally
Whoa, Byron.
halfway through.
they both did, and it was weird because they would do
She
it
did
over
earlier,
over
though.
the minus misdemeanors. Like
Yeah, they
there
did.
was one point in time, I forgot the context,
They
but
hate
he
each
was
other.
essentially he was saying something, and then she was trying to flip what he said. He was like, Kamala, Angela, don't do that. She was like, you don't tell me what I do. I was like, that's just one of those like, yeah, don't do that, baby. Come on, like it was light.
They
It was,
started playing dirty too. They started playing dirty, trying to bring his wife into it. Like,
that's the timestamp I was looking for. Envy out of nowhere in his light skinned brain.
Yeah.
He was like, what color is your wife? And he was like, white. And then he just kept it pushing.
but they all alluded to it. Envy was just the only one that actually outwardly
Envy was the
said
only
it.
one who was
because
bold
like
enough.
Charlamagne, Angela said it, alluded to it. Charlamagne kind of pushed that direction, and Envy was like, well, I'm gonna just ask him. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Now that I think about it, which was probably her gripe before the interview even started.
There was
because
definitely
Angela, she
yes.
does her research. If you haven't seen her before, people, she does her research. You can tell.
very studious.
And so, and as a black woman,
What would she be? A political analyst? Is that like her official title?
I don't think you should label black.
I don't think.
Oh my god! Oh my!
try to marginalize our
God.
mothers.
I think you have to earn that.
to be
Do
a
you?
political analyst.
I think you have to earn that.
Oh, just look up what her title is.
Attorney
But go
and
ahead,
journal.
continue.
But
oh, that's right. She is an attorney.
Attorney and a
Fuck.
journalist. Yeah.
oh,
Yeah,
My bad. I forgot she was.
Shitting on all our credentials,
My bad. Forgot.
attorney, sorry.
Completely forgot she was an attorney too.
So,
which is important.
but with black women,
Yes.
with black women interracial relationships, we know how they view it, especially when it's the black man, a white woman. It's like oh, you forgot about us. Like, I feel like she created a storyline for how he was gonna act
100%.
way before she even talked to him, just by seeing the photos of his family.
But maybe,
And that's not
sure.
just her. That's all people.
No,
we
no.
all do
100
that.
I'm with you on that. 100%.
But especially when her goal is to kind of get at the nigga.
this shit was a mess.
she didn't really come across that way though. I'm not gonna lead. I'm not
Damn,
gonna take
really?
that off the table because I believe it's possible.
Yeah.
But the jabs were first taken on his part, and I think that kind of fucked her up. That kind of got her in her body
That's a
to where she
tactic.
couldn't just be logical.
Well,
analyze things
if
from
we
an
start from
attorney
the-
perspective.
If we start from the very beginning, so that's the part that I was trying to find at the very beginning that we were surfing through. There was small casual talk. You know, anytime you do plan on interrogating your guest, you have to. It's the sandwich effect. You know, let's be friendly for 2 minutes. Tell me who this guy is. You know what I
Type
mean?
in interrogation room in YouTube. They do
Yeah.
the same thing. You want donuts?
Yeah,
McDonald's?
you know what I'm saying? So
Cleavage?
it's like that wasn't done Charlamagne opened it up with that.
Yeah.
But then I remember there was this long ass pause. And then when Angela does start speaking outside of the introduction, she literally just goes into like, so this. I was like, oh shit, fuck, how have you been? Have you been good? Because you know they've crossed paths before. This
Right.
like, number one, this conversation took place. These are two people who have spoken on each other. That's number one. Because they definitely came in there with gripes to get off each other's chest.
Couldn't find any information on that. Though.
Yeah, couldn't just, but it's like, I feel like
What is it? Attorney. What's her title?
attorney journalist.
Yeah, attorney
and journalist, two separate titles.
Attorney journal.
Yeah.
That sounds like they should have said
But I mean,
hello.
she's a leftist, he's a rightist. So it's like they're
Yeah.
bound to beef anyway. You know what I mean?
Rightist.
Yeah, or whatever. So they're bound to beef. But it was just the energy from the beginning with both of them. She had no interest in doing the, yeah, you good? Or, and, you know, there was no pleasantries on her side.
Yeah.
And it was immediate, let's get into it. And then it was kind of awkward too because I don't know, everybody fell silent because they were waiting for her to kick in next.
Yeah.
It was this weird, awkward pause. I wish I could find it. But long story short,
You always have to blame. My bad. You always have to blame the host
always
for the problem.
Yeah,
always. It's never the guest. Because it's like
Right.
the guests are always in a reactionary state. They're not
Exactly.
going there like
to guide
like
your
I'm
ship.
the man. You know,
I'm not here
per
to
se.
steer your ship. Yeah, for sure.
So you got to blame the host, and it.
So it's Charlamagne's fault she didn't like small talk. Or like envy, any of them in there.
Well, Angela. If Angela didn't,
Well,
you
you
know,
just said you got to blame the host.
she's one of the hosts.
Oh,
it's-
okay.
it's
I was kind of putting her in like the guest category.
Nah.
This was a bad matchup. I'll blame him for this matchup because their definite goal, I think everybody's goal came more to everything just got really sloppy on the back end of this interview.
Yeah.
And I think everybody's intention started coming out in their conversation. It was obvious he was there to get stuck up and hung into a corner. It didn't go quite how they expected. So with Angela doing it, so then Envy started, not Envy, Charlamagne started like kind of chiming in to help her out a little bit and trying to back him in the corners and things of that nature. But nothing was necessarily like damning. He looked like they looked goofy trying to plug him into a corner. He looked goofy plugging them into corners at certain points. But then also his tactics of doing it at other times were like, this nigga looks goofy too. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody by the end of this kind of looked goofy.
Except for Lauren at 34.25.
Yeah.
Because this kind of perfectly just
Encapsulates what she is.
exemplifies
Yeah.
what we were talking about earlier.
With her purpose on the show.
All right, 10-4.
That's like
That's crazy. This looks nasty.
At that
This looks
point,
Wait. What exactly? I missed it.
He
Angela.
literally didn't get more than like 2 words out before everybody cut him off.
And like that's not good broadcasting. I'm not
Yeah,
defending
yeah,
that. I'm
yeah,
just
yeah.
talking about what
Talking about
Lauren
Lauren.
did in the moment. And honestly, that was one of the easy questions that I was referring to earlier that he fumbled.
Yeah.
Like they had to ask him. They was like, "Yo, can you just say that Jim Crow was bad for black people?" And like he had to eventually say it.
Yeah.
But it was just
Yeah,
one of
yeah.
them situations where if you black in politics, you want black people to vote for you, because those are two different things.
Yeah.
You could be black in politics and, just go to that middle America, try to go to the rural trailer parks and win their side and make them think you're a magical Negro. But if you want your people, it's certain things that you have to make us feel comfortable with. I can't look at you and feel like you secretly want to be white or any of that.
But it's too easy to throw that on a nigga though. Because
Too easy to throw what? Well,
you just want to be white, especially with the white wife.
Yeah.
That's already like,
but when you can't
It's already
say,
like a mark against you.
And
would
Jim
say.
Crow, that's blacks only, blacks only, right?
Yes. Segregation. all that shit.
segregation, like
Yeah,
legally, but
That's even debatable.
Yeah.
Oh.
What is?
Jim Crow being bad? It's a lot of old people that like saying like nigga,
Segregation, they said, was not. I know what you're saying.
you get
Yeah,
but
I get
that's
what you're
the
saying.
thing that was wrong about Jim Crow is that it was segregation, but it wasn't separate and equal. It was just
Yeah.
Right,
separate
right. It
and
was just
inferior,
separate.
which
Yeah.
is fucked up. But today
But
we
the
got
separation
Latino
did
Credit
benefit
Union.
in a certain
it's a
aspect.
conversation to have.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I don't think we finished this. My bad.
This is the halfway. And we're at halfway through. And shit was just, it was sloppy. And this is what I never liked about this is one of the things that I personally never liked about the Breakfast Club doing interviews with politicians. It was that a lot of it, like, you keep talking like you're like equal and like a middle of the ground or whatever. You're not all the way on one side, but it's like every time a Republican comes in there, it's just a goddamn. It's like you're trying to corner them, but then a Democrat come up there, it's peaches and roses. We're not gonna have no real hard conversation. You know what I mean? But this one wasn't a. It just wasn't a slam dunk. I did rewatch the Olay and Eric Adams one. That was a perfect lineup. Like that.
That was also personal.
Well, that's like getting Batman and Joker on the podcast, nigga. They hate each other.
Yeah,
it's perfect. That's a fight made in heaven.
Angela Rye should be a master at this. She should be doing.
She should be better.
She should be doing that at every. She should be doing this every time.
And I wonder if
Olay was physically there, and like not to like.
That's why I don't like that virtual shit. I don't like.
But the virtual thing is a different feel.
I don't like.
It's a different shit.
It's different. Possibly,
it's different.
It's definitely different.
The timing is off. Like if some people can make it work. Don't get me wrong, but it's just you don't have that same level of connection.
Yeah, I think the level of over talking would have still been the same.
Probably would have been worse.
It probably would have been worse.
But we would have all been heard.
That shit was sloppy.
Yeah, maybe. They all had different plans going into it.
I see why they're trying to bury this episode
of the problem.
I get it.
You see why what?
I see why they're trying to bury this episode. I get it. Because it's crazy. It's crazy. But halfway through, the shit just was off the rails, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it started off like...
bunch of arguing type shit?
It started off like, okay, we're kind of respecting each other. We're going tit for tat. We're throwing jabs.
Mm-hmm.
But then halfway through, it was just like, fuck it, nigga. It's up, nigga. What's it like? I hate you. You hate me. Let's just talk for another 30 minutes.
And is this the first time Angela has done something like this?
Nah, just
should have gone
consistent.
back. It's pretty consistent
with her behavior. Yeah,
but this is honestly a political thing too. That's political behavior. Honestly,
it's politics. Especially
they talk over each other like the fucking debates. Everything we watch, these niggas like they don't stop till they get their point off.
The age where politicians had like decorum. That's not our age.
That's been gone.
That's been gone.
Yeah. So what are we supposed to get from this though?
That's the thing.
That the state of the country.
What were we supposed to get?
Yeah, like what were we? So if that's what we're supposed to do, you're having this conversation for people because it's supposed to benefit us. We're supposed to get something out of it in some way, right? That's what I'm assuming.
Information on a potential candidate,
right? But I feel like I didn't get that.
You don't feel like?
Oh, I did. I definitely.
You don't feel like you have a better understanding of who Byron is?
Nah, definitely not.
And there was...
You're holding the right people accountable too, because it is the job of the platform and the host to make sure that happens for you.
Right.
And so you're holding them accountable.
And it does seem like everybody was just on like some crash out mission.
Because
like
that shit was crazy, dog.
It doesn't seem like Byron...
it was really like that though, for real.
Like
everybody except Lauren. Y'all keep saying everybody.
She started crashing out towards the end too, bro.
Crashing out.
Her crash out is gonna be real respectful. Her crash out is real different.
Is it crashing out or did you wreck?
All right, so let me just not say crash out then. But she definitely was just like, we got to get this nigga about halfway through. Everybody was on that at a certain point.
They all got fed up with him at a certain point.
Niggas started pulling pitchforks out. It was like, it was kind of great. It was hilarious.
Byron, it did seem like Byron wanted to be right and also righteous at the same time.
Yeah.
And so it can come off aggressive, especially when, you feel attacked. Which he should be.
He was taking an early shot. That early shot was crazy.
The age shit.
That early shot, that was crazy.
That came out of nowhere.
And like,
do you
think it was a shot, or do you think he just like flopped?
He flopped.
I think a charming, harmless statement.
He was calling her.
You know what I mean?
He was calling her beautiful.
He was going off the premise of like, you don't assume a woman's age. You don't mess with the age.
I'm gonna
so
shoot
let me
super
just
low.
32. You're a beautiful 32-year-old. It's kind of like if you see an 80-year-old woman, it's like you can be a day over 45.
But then he finished it by saying 32 is better.
Yeah,
and that's why I say he flopped.
Okay, because that was like, damn. I don't know.
Better.
It honestly felt like they've had a heated exchange before. Maybe
right.
you know what? Let me just say it. Maybe they've dated.
Or maybe he's 32.
That's what you had with that nigga.
I'm not gonna lie, bruh. I felt tension between them, and it wasn't just political tension.
It wasn't sexual either, though.
It's that nigga. You always do this shit.
I don't know what. Yes.
Yeah. I know you're talking about.
I don't know what it was.
I didn't see it. I
did.
See that.
It was something weird. Was happening.
It was the facial expression she was making when he was talking.
Weird, bro.
You think you jerked off to the screen right after?
No, it was weird. It was something about it that was something about it from the beginning was strange to me. Like just between them to where I was like, it either felt like somebody that I battled several times before, like a lot, in terms of like my viewpoint.
Yeah.
To where I'm coming in because I know who this person is. Like, I literally know who I'm about to talk to, and I can get that just based off viewing you a lot too, you know? But theirs felt more like they're political pundits or whatever. Not political. He's actually in office right now. But, and her whole job is to comment on them. So it's like, it just felt like they've had several exchanges, not just one. There was something left on the table before. That's how it felt. It felt like they were both bringing something in from the past.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was a heated political discussion. Maybe he said you look pretty tonight at a function.
Thing,
I don't know what it
like,
was. It could have been anything.
Another thing, like
maybe he complimented her. She took the compliment. Then she saw his white wife. It was like that fucking
like
nigga.
the Breakfast Club.
I don't even
right?
think it's that. I don't even think it's that convoluted. Like
I'm putting all the things on the table.
She came in. Yeah, I feel. Well, you don't want to take the pressure off and you push it off. But she came in literally with a list of all the dumb shit that she thinks he said.
Yeah.
Or that she thinks is dumb. And he came in knowing she had that list. It's really that simple.
And because like the Breakfast Club, like you said, this is a thing for them.
Yeah.
Republican comes on, they shit on.
Yeah,
so
right.
he probably already
Give him a
had
hard
people
time.
in his ear like, hey, watch out for this, but no, watch out for this girl.
Yeah.
Because she's annoying. And so
we
don't know.
We know Olay was a sneak attack. I wonder if Angela Rye was a sneak attack.
It felt like it because he looked at that screen like, oh shit. But does anybody remember the Vivek Ramaswamy interview?
Yeah.
How did that go? I couldn't. I was trying to remember how that went.
They've talked to him maybe 3 times at this point. So there's
he was a Republican each time. Right?
Every time, yeah. But there's definitely way more rapport built because they've talked so many times. You know what I mean? So it's like that one. Vivek was kind of cooking them. Still.
I was gonna say one of those he was going in.
He was cooking them. Like it was like, but it was definitely it was. I feel like that was more of a beneficial conversation because they had more respect and a friendliness towards each other, him and Charlamagne, because you could tell they've talked a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So even though it was like he's kind of cooking them on his points versus what Kamala's supposed to be doing, it felt friendlier. You know, just it felt like 2 friends just disagreeing, but we could still go out to eat after this type shit. You know what I mean?
And it's
this is none of these people are fucking with each other. You know what I'm saying? Unless they have to.
And they probably knew Vivek. Or Vivek. They probably already knew Vivek's game in terms of like what he's about, his ideologies, what he believes in. You know what I mean?
I think when you get a Republican, you assume you know all of their game. And just like when you, if I'm a Republican talking to a Democrat, oh, I know what you believe in.
It goes both ways.
Yeah, it goes both ways. You know what I'm saying?
There's a script to being a part of this game.
Pretty much,
on both sides, nigga.
Yeah, you got to be,
with different caveats inside.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's this is just an interesting ass episode. I don't think they should have tried to bury it though, because that looks like defeat to me.
And I don't think that this was necessarily bad. I don't think it was necessarily bad.
But not putting the thumbnail though.
That is crazy. And do you think that's them in the room going, man, we gotta shadow ban this video, no thumbnail? Or do you think that's just some intern somewhere that fucked up?
Absolutely. I think that is a conscious decision made.
Yeah.
That's not forgotten. We can just go to their page. They haven't missed anybody else's thumbnail. There's not a single thumbnail missing, but that one is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like
suspicious.
Yeah, it's like it's an obvious. God. Somebody said, don't put a thumbnail on there. We just kind of want to get through this.
Like,
what's that right there? Lauren LaRosa needs to stop playing games.
Yeah, that's just something. That's just like some random shit. Though.
But if you go up and Matt Barnes,
there's no thumbnail on the baby one either.
Or Deion Cole.
Is that full? I can't see the time on that.
It's only 5 minutes though. The full one does.
Oh,
and
yeah,
that one's only 3 minutes.
These are clips.
Yeah, those clips don't. Full interviews don't miss thumbnails. See, there's the baby's full interview.
Nigga, Tusi, shout out Tusi.
Even these 5-minute clips are getting them. Oh, does Dean Cole have one?
Deion Cole didn't have one.
Yeah, have one either.
Okay, so that was the one.
So there's only one other interview.
And then Byron.
Wait, which came first, Byron or Deion?
Byron came first 7 days ago. Okay. Deion was 6.
It looked like it's around the same.
Around this year, 1 day later.
Yeah.
But they also dropped videos that day too. Like that wasn't their only drop that day. Right. It just looks weird.
It could have been some fucking new producer's
Is that
fault.
another one right there? Yeah. In the middle?
Is that even an interview?
It looks like it. Somebody 35 minutes.
What's his name? Swerve Strickland
From
Strickland,
AEW wrestler.
And real quick on AEW, I don't know if it's good, but I've been seeing it everywhere.
It's cracking.
I've been seeing it everywhere. I saw like
it's cracking.
girls with fat asses wrestling. Then like that was just on Instagram. Then I went outside. I saw a billboard for that shit. I'm like, is wrestling coming back?
Yeah,
Wrestling
it's
coming back
jumping for real.
You're just not paying attention. Nigga.
No, wrestling's been back. Wrestling's been
Wrestling
back.
been
It's been back
back.
for.
I'll say 2015. Like whenever Roman Reigns came out,
when
nigga.
not when he initially came out, but once he got
When he
that,
came
he's
out.
the longest reigning champion. This is
That's that nigga with the long hair, right?
Yeah,
Yes. When
also
him and his brothers
part of
came
the
out.
part of the family tree of Rashiki and The Rock. Let's just play with a couple other stamps just to see what I put in here. Oh my God, there was one where he said, let's go to 3740. There was one where he was like, he said to Envy, you're in real estate, right?
Yo, I got that one too. Yo, I got that.
Oh, that shit was funny.
Ooh.
I don't know where it's at. 3740. This was crazy.
This was crazy, right?
This one was crazy because they said that Kamala wasn't for reparations, but we all saw the clip where she said she does not believe in reparations.
She's flip flopped on it.
Like, and they
Kamala has flip flopped on it. Most politicians flip flop.
right, and everybody in the room was acting like the flip flop never happened, and he was like, "You got it." I was like, "Yeah, this is kind of crazy. We can at least admit that she flip flopped on that." But let's try the next timestamp because where was that 41 minutes? The one about that real estate shit. Envy's face was just like,
Go to 42 even.
41,
"Is that what it is,
42.
maybe?"
Maybe because it's in the early 40s, and if we both getting screenshots in the early 40s, it might.
Yeah,
you
it's
know
got to
what I mean?
be in there somewhere.
Maybe
Yeah, because
All right.
46.
Because probably
24.
it's probably
Go back
heated
there.
Try
discussion.
46-24, and this our last shot at it. But this screenshot does have Envy talking, so
it's got to be. that
it
then,
might
yeah.
be.
This nigga
shit
can
was
be
so
caught
funny.
up.
Weird. This whole, I think they went on a date before, bro. I ain't gonna lie. How long that nigga been married? Let me see.
Thing is, politics,
I don't
man,
think
they got
he-
spicy.
You think he likes light skinned women?
Yeah.
Nigga, what?
That are 42, nigga.
with opinions.
Yeah. Come on, man. Let's see what his wife look like, though. Oh, nah.
2003.
That's his girl?
He's been married since 2003. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, they locked in.
Wait, hold on. Let's get a real good look at her face.
Let's
'Cause
not.
She looked like
No,
that.
we're not gonna objectify. I just want to see what
She
her
looked like-
ethnicity is.
She looked like
She's
that
white.
one black actor, right?
She don't look all
What's
white.
that one black actor?
Maybe
That's in it?
Italian.
You talking about? I don't know her name, but I think I know who you talking about.
Fuck.
Does she got a weird nose?
Oh, she's a legend.
She's a
a legend.
Her mother is a legend, I think, too.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
You're not talking about Tracy Ellis Ross.
She's an OG.
She does fit
Nah,
the
she's a
bill, though.
legend.
Nigga, I'm about to find it
come on,
right
white-
now. Just
white
keep
lady?
talking.
It's a white lady. I know exactly who he's talking about.
No, she's not white per
Oh,
se.
Rashida Jones.
No, not Rashida. But I feel like her name is Rashida something.
I think it's. Wait, is it not Rashida? Is it Rashida, nigga?
Talk about her.
No, hell no.
Lauren,
Nigga, that says Reba.
Lauren, do
Are
me,
you talking
Lauren,
about?
do me a
she's an
favor.
It
actor.
might be Hispanic, the chick that we talking about.
Lauren, do me a favor.
trying
Type
to think
in
of what she's
Loot Show.
What, Joe?
Loot. Loot.
I
show.
think you guys are talking about Rashida, dog.
No.
That girl.
Her.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
her.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Yeah, I wasn't talking about her.
Maya Rudolph, yeah.
Maya Rudolph. She
Damn,
does look
I
like-
should have known that name.
Yeah,
but
she does look like Maya
She
Rudolph.
just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Yeah, I see it.
You know what I'm saying?
Go back? Not really.
I know what you're saying, though.
You know what I'm saying. Y'all
I
get
see it.
It's
I
not
see
That's
it.
what I'm
close.
saying.
That's
I see it. And maybe he sees it too. I'm fucking around. He was like, she got some style to her, but nah.
Well, they only have a couple. They only have like a month and a half left. I don't know what's gonna happen next.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're gonna close this political season off. Matter of fact,
What's gonna happen when Angela don't got nobody to argue with?
I don't know what they do in the
gonna
meantime.
research.
Yeah,
That's true.
ambulance chase. I don't know what they do.
Ambulance shit.
Well, she's a lawyer. She can go. I don't know what they do. All right, listen. You want to go over to Kamala at Don't Call Her White Girl?
Yeah.